Bryce, what's been the key for you guys up front in the defensive line with the way you've played this year?
I'd say consistency and just staying on our details throughout the week and practicing our technique so that when it comes to game time, we just know how to operate and execute.
Is there a certain mentality on this defense when it comes to third down?
Yeah, definitely just getting off the ball, winning our one-on-ones. On the back end, they know they're looking to lock down coverage, and then up front, we're just looking to rush the passer and just be violent.
That approach and those improvements you mentioned, is there a play or a sequence this past week that maybe you guys would not have performed as well in week 1 or 2 or something like that?
Nothing that sticks out to me in particular, but I would just say we just continue to get better and just continue to work on our plays and executing.
Bryce, what was the feeling after Carl went down with you guys? About you watched what he did those first few weeks of training camp, and I'm sure you guys expected a huge season from him. So what was the feeling like amongst you guys in that room when he went down?
It was just a sense of we gotta pick up where he left off. He brings that intensity every day, his attention to detail, his focus and how serious he takes every aspect of the game on and off the field. It put a good bit of pressure on us, knowing that we have to really elevate our game to make up for that loss.
Bryce, how fun was that for you guys up front? Had 7 sacks. Was there a point where it was hey, who's next? Who's getting the next one? Were you guys just fired up like that?
Yeah, it was definitely a good feeling to finally get out there and open up our rushes. We had the opportunity to put multiple rushes out there and work out moves. So, as a D-line, that's always fun. Just always working that. This whole offseason, throughout practice, finally getting the chance to go out there and show that was really fun.
Salo was just on Bryce, and he said, he makes it no secret that they say it starts with you guys. It starts with the D-line. I mean, what's that like having a head coach where they put that on the D-line like that?
It's great because we're built for it and we work for it. So every day when we hit the practice field, when it's indie team, we come out there with that mindset that it's on us. It starts with us, and we embrace that.
How challenging is it, Bryce? This system is rush 100 miles an hour at the quarterback, but teams are going to throw screens at you, knowing that, and it happened a couple times yesterday in the game. Just how challenging is that as a D lineman to kind of learn how to feel when they're going to throw a screen?
I mean, over time you get a sense of when there's a screen, but with us rushing full speed, all we can do at that point is just turn and run, just effort to the ball. So.
Robert just pointed out how he's played in a handful of these London games. Is there any advice or just kind of insight into preparation that he's passed along to you guys, or anything that you've kind of picked up on how to prepare for a game in London and the different time zone?
Just get ahead on recovery, make sure our bodies are right before we take this long flight over there. Just staying locked in. It's a business trip. Don't go over there with the tourist mindset. Just stay locked in another week and just working towards going 1-0 this week.